Welcome back. Today's topic is a big one for many, and that is weight loss. Now, I work with many women to achieve their weight loss goals through one-on-one coaching. I also have a healthy and fit coaching bundle where I actually create or write a diet plan or nutrition plan for a client that either has weight loss or physique goals. I also run my program 3-week intense 4 times per year each quarter. I'll have links to all of those different platforms or ways of working with me in the description box below today's video. But the biggest obstacle I see, or the biggest area that is concerning when working with a client on their weight loss goals is people don't understand the value of time. That to really achieve something of significance like weight loss takes time. And we're compulsive, we're impulsive, we want it now, we don't want to have to put the hard work in. I get it. I believe we all are wired that way in some area of our life, right? Where we just want what we want and we really don't want the grueling work that's required to achieve the goal. Well, I'm going to share my personal story with you today. So hopefully I can help you. Now, because I work with health and wellness, as you know, I'm a certified professional coach. I work in all areas of life. There's nothing off the table when it comes to coaching with me. I started out in health and wellness and personal training, so I have many years under my belt working with people. I also have 53 years under my belt living with me, learning a lot about life and how things work just based on my own observation of myself. And I've really found that anything that is of significance often just takes time. And I talk often about the compound effect, how the compound effect to doing something that serves us will usually result in the outcome or close to it that we want. Now, I also share that we can't control outcome. That's outside of us, but we manage and we control the effort that we put in. And honestly, in all my years of working with women and some men, the greatest reward is not actually in the achievement of the goal. It's in the effort that they're putting in. People feel good as they're trucking along, as they're working towards the goal. That's where the real empowering, the positivity, that lift in spirit, that feeling, that sense of control and management, which is so rewarding, it actually comes in the effort. But going back to the compound effect, whatever we do to serve us and serve our goal takes time, and we build on that. That's the compound effect. Well, it's the same with the compound effect of that which doesn't serve us. That's why you'll hear someone who put a few pounds on, and then they put some more pounds on, and then they put some more pounds on, and next thing you know, they have 10, 20, 30, or even more pounds because of the cumulative effect of the choices that we made. And the best thing you can do is say to yourself, I'm where I deserve to be based on my choices. Right there is hurdle number one, and often a big hurdle that I need to get my clients to get over, to take accountability, to take responsibility for the choices that they've made. I am where I deserve to be. And yes, that hurts, but no one needs to know. You just need to tell yourself, because you have to get over that hurdle to succeed, because that hurdle on the other side of it is excuses, and excuses will never get you to your goal. Well, I have a personal story. So I've recently lost weight, which is a pretty significant amount for me, because I really didn't have weight to lose, although shedding some stored fat, definitely. I was in the market to shed a little bit of stored fat. And I've talked in many videos for many years about my weight window, how I eat. I'm 97% clean. I celebrate with indulgent food and drink about 3%. I've tracked it before just to kind of know that measure, that data, so that I could share it. I take 1 to 2 celebratory meals per week. I've had a weight window between, 118 and 123. I've had a weight window between 120 and 125. I've never had a higher weight window than 120 to 125. Over the last, I would say, year or so, I've realized that I wanted to lower my weight window. I felt that my clothes fit me better. I'm a trousers girl. I love trousers, and I have a beautiful wardrobe that I have curated over the last few years of just beautiful quality pieces, especially in the trousers department, because that's what I gravitate to. That's what I get the most ROI or return on investment in. So I want them to fit me well. I want them to look amazing on me, and I know where I need to be in order for that to happen. Now, I like a weight window because our body is composed of many things. We have, skeletal tissue, skeletal muscle, we have bone, we have all these components that our body is made of, and we know fat, and there's visceral fat and some cuteness fat. So we're made up of many things. So having a weight window it's made up of a lot of things. So I think it's a smart idea. But I recently dropped weight, and really stored fat is really what it is. But when you get rid of something, when you shed, the scale is going to go down. So my physique has changed, although and let me just really emphasize this, my strength training, my workout routine hasn't. I have done nothing different in my workout routine. I've tweaked my cardio a little bit. I've backed off just because I have been shedding the stored fat, and I don't want my weight to get too low. But I'm going to share my reasoning behind this decision, and really what's taken place, the temptations, the opportunities, and just really do a little bit of sharing. So please jump on a cardio machine right now. Do a little multitasking in that way. Multitasking does not earn anyone a badge of honor, but I do believe that there's a time and a place to multitask, and this would be the perfect time. So I'll kind of share my journey, the value of time, the compound effect, so that hopefully you can allow it to absorb and sink in, and it can help you to be a little bit more educated and aware of how it takes time in the compound effect. If it takes time for someone like me to achieve this success, and you have a lot of weight to lose, it's going to take a lot more time than it even took me. But let's dive into my personal story over the last few months. I don't know if my computer is showing, but I wanted to open it up because there's some information stored on there that I want to share with you. Let me also say that if I look lighter in my face than my body, I probably do. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out once I take this SD card out. It's because I got a spray tan yesterday, and there's a reason, and I'll share that with you in a little bit. But I got a spray tan yesterday, and so what happens is your lighting is really focused on your face, and it lightens up your face, which is a good thing because it camouflages a lot. All the lights camouflage a lot, but it lights up your face, but not the rest of your body. So sometimes that's why we can, when we do these videos, look a little off. That is not the focus of this video, but you'd be amazed how many people will comment on probably anyone's video on something that's not even the topic. So I just want to get that out there before that becomes that's someone's comment instead of what our topic is. Some people are just really into appearance. Okay, so and not that there's anything wrong with that. I think to some degree we all are. So let me start with the journey. Every January, we have an annual business meeting. So this is it's my business manager, Haley, and we meet and we go over kind of plans and the agenda and goals for the year for the business. And we had talked about doing some rebranding photo or doing some updated material and kind of expand the program that I run annually called 3 Week Intense. It's a wonderful program. I'm several years in running this quarterly. Quarter 3 is coming up in just a few weeks. Registration is open. I highly encourage you take advantage of this wonderful program, especially if weight loss is your goal, but there's so many other tools that you will walk away with from this amazing program, this amazing community. Read the testimonials. They speak for themselves. Well, one of the things we talked about was having me in some of the photos and like in athletic wear, showing what I do, or just fitness photos basically is what it is. Well, right away I said, wow, I will have to get prepped for that. Now, most of you would think, what do you mean by getting prepped? Like, you always look great. And yes, I agree. I'm very happy with how I look, but there's a different look to being ready for fitness photos. I know that because I'm in the industry. I've done bikini competition in the bodybuilding space. So I wasn't a bodybuilder, but I competed in the bikini division in bodybuilding. I know a lot about what is required to be on stage or to be prepped and prepared for fitness photos. And basically that is dropping your body fat very, very low so that you can see the hard work that's underneath. And believe it or not, that's all it is. The tone, the muscle development that you see is not any different than I would have looked years ago. It's just that when you take the body fat off, you see it more. And I just did a video that just published maybe a week or two ago where I talk about this. That video will be linked below. Watch it because I talk about how we cover it up with a layer of fat. Sometimes it's a larger layer. If you have a lot of fat, you're covering that up with a large layer of fat. Someone who is in their weight window, while I'm not covering up as much, I'm not covering up my hard work as much, but I also still know that I'm taking celebratory meals and I have a layer of fat over top of these muscles. So I know what's required. So I had said I should be able to be ready by April. This is the first week of January. I should be able to be ready by April. Again, some of you would think, what? Why would it take that long? You're in your weight window. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar with what is required to make, when you see fitness people, what they're going through to show what they've earned and worked for, just trust me, trust the expert. So that was the goal, and I went ahead and scheduled my photo shoot. And if you watched my videos from earlier this year, you know that I don't want to say struggling because I was still thriving because I chose to, but some things had presented and surfaced at the end of last year, at the end of 2023, that kind of threw me off internally. It didn't throw me off outwardly. I still worked the way I did. I still showed up for my family the way that I do. I still exercised the way that I do. I ate clean the way that I do. I don't take something and apply it to something else. You can be in a season of your life where you're just not completely at your best, and I wasn't. And it doesn't have to affect other areas. Many people choose, yes, it's choose. They choose that route, but you don't have to. That is up to you. You're choosing that. Well, I choose not to because I know if I choose to take my struggles and now eat poorly, sleep in, not exercise, not live my life in the optimal, methodical way that I typically do and that I desire, then I can't possibly get back everything I work towards, especially as we get older. If things get compromised, and this is many areas, your relationship, the compound effect of you allowing your relationship with your spouse to be compromised, you may never get that back. Most often you won't. You'll just become coexistent in that and nothing more. You'll be living partners because the compound effect. If you let your finances go to pot, the compound effect will catch up with you later in life. So the older we get, the harder it is for us to get back that which we lost, right? Or that which is compromised. So I know this. So I'm not willing to take my struggles, my not being in a good place, my sadness, my anxieties, whatever you want to call them, and apply them to how I show up in this life for myself and for others. But for some reason, I just couldn't give up the celebratory meals in January. So that all kind of stayed the same. And I knew that I needed to step things up. We had a winter weekend with the kids. I didn't really want to miss out on that. So of course I tapped into the excuses. I'm human too. And I knew basically by the end of January, this isn't going to work for April. I won't be ready because you need time. It takes time. I don't want to lose muscle mass. I don't want to lose bone. I don't want to lose tissue. I just want to lose stored fat, and that takes time. And if I try to fast track it, I will be burning everything else, the bone, the muscle, everything else. I don't want that. So those of you that want to always fast track your weight loss, which is fine, you get to, just understand what are we trying to shed here? Because if you want stored fat, you need the compound effect. It takes time. So once I wrapped my head around that, I started to coach myself and say, Tracy, you've got to get this done, pick a date and get it done. And so I decided June would be a good time because we also had a vacation coming in June. So why not get body ready, get physique prepped, and do my shoot right before vacation and go into my vacation just knocking it out of the park physique-wise. Who doesn't love that going on vacation, right? I mean, sign me up, which is exactly what I did. I signed myself up. So I bumped my photo shoots to mid-June, and actually in 2 more days, right? Yes, 2 more days, I will have shoot number 1, and 2 days after that, shoot number 2. So I'm there. My body is there. Over the next couple days, I'll probably shed a little bit more water as I'm prepping, but I am there. I'm even, in fact, the weight that I'm at today, I wouldn't be able to maintain because I'm in the process of the final stages. So I'm decreasing my water intake. I'm eating foods that flush water out. It's a little bit different eating plan the last couple of days. But I do know where I love being throughout this process. So I made a decision. Paul and I had a Christmas gift given to us from our daughters. For every year for Valentine's Day, they surprise us with planning a night out. One night out, they choose the hotel, they choose the restaurant. And that was taking place on Saturday, February 17th. So I had decided that I wasn't going to start my plan until we returned back from that weekend. Now, on February 14th, 3 days prior, it was Ash Wednesday. And it was also the start of Lent. So I did eat completely clean those 3 days. And then we went out on February 17th. I indulged. I had celebratory meal. So that would be celebratory meal number 1 while on this physique, while I'm getting ready to start this plan. And then on that Monday, I believe it was February 20th. Let me go back to February. Actually, I didn't start on Monday. I don't know why, but on February 20th, which was a Tuesday, I officially started. You know what I think happened? We didn't get back until late Sunday, and I had to write my first diet. So I probably had clients on Monday. I typically do. And I had to write my diet and get my groceries. So on February 20th, that was a Tuesday, that was day 1 of me on my transformation to prep for a photo shoot for mid-June. That's 4 months. I'm giving myself about 4 months because my photo shoot today is the 8th, 9th, 10th. So the 10th and 12th. So really about 4 months, right? February, March, April, May, June, 4 months. So February 20th, I take pictures. So I have my pictures of what my body looks like because I use that as a tool. And my weight on that day was 124.6, which really is higher than my weight window because if you recall from previous videos, I had lowered my weight window to 118, from 118 to 123, which really, I loved that. And I was really riding that well pretty much all of last year. It served me. I liked how my trousers fit better, all of that. So I was probably still high from the weekend, although I did eat clean. I show here on the 18th and 19th, but probably just was up. Who knows? I could care less. So started on that date. Now, one of the things, another area or something else that people have a hard time giving up is celebrating. They're trying to lose weight. They want it both ways. They want the goal, they want the weight loss, but they also want to indulge and they find reasons to indulge. Well, it was my birthday. It was my anniversary. Oh, it was my son's birthday. We had to go to my mom's retirement party. There's always a reason. Well, the reasons are always going to be there. I know that. And everyone needs to know that. So when I made my mind up that I was doing this and I would be doing this photo shoot and needed to prep my body, it's all in. All these things are going to show up. I could tell you over and over everything that's going to show up that's a celebration, let alone I host Friday family dinner every Friday where I cook a huge spread, including dessert, drinks, appetizers, you name it. So it can't be this, well, because I have this. Well, I'm going to eat good, but then on day 8, this is happening, so I'm going to celebrate. No, you're in it to win it. And you have to understand this. These things will always be there. They were there yesterday. They'll be there tomorrow. They'll be there in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. They've always been there your whole life. So you can't, you just have to understand you're going to be eating your clean food. It is what it is. Find an extreme excitement in that because of where you're going, where the goal is. I always on the prize. So I'm mentally ready. I know what I'm going to be facing. And then just some things to note is when doing this, and I like to do this with my healthy and fit bundle clients, it's good to switch up your diet every 4 to 6 weeks to keep progressing. Again, we want that compound effect, the cumulative process of where we're going. So it's good to mix it up. And I know that. I know the results that come from eating completely the same plan in the same order, the same foods, the same amounts, the same macros for 30, 45 days and then switching up the diet or nutrition plan to something else. During the whole process from February 20th to now, I have had 5 different nutrition plans that I have created for myself and followed. So about every 30 days, I would write myself a new plan to mix things up and continue to progress, right? That compound effect, the accumulation of what you're doing to achieve your goals. For me, physique goals. So I'm not all about a weight. I don't have a number in mind when I'm doing this. I never had a number scale, a weight scale or whatever number. It's all about physique. I'm watching my physique. I'm taking progress photos every 30 days, and then I'm tweaking my nutrition plan to follow for the next 30 days. I eat the same foods in the same quantities at roughly the same time every single day for 30 days. The minimum amount that I would eat in one day was, I would say, about 6. I may have had one plan where I ate 6 times, One of my plans, I actually would consume food, even if it was one little thing, like 1 tablespoon of almond butter. I had 10 different times I was actually eating something. So they're all different, but I follow it to a T. Now, one of the plans I shared or gave you the opportunity to see, to study, to decide if you want to take anything from it. And I will have a link in the description box below where you can get your hands on one of those plans. I've had 5 plans. I'm on the 5th one, although right now, because I'm in the final days, I've tweaked that plan. So I am on plan number 5, but I've modified it right now. Then I will probably resume it right after my shoot on Wednesday, at least up until I leave for my vacation. And then things will be lax and I won't have a concrete plan when I'm on vacation, but I probably will have one when I come back just to kind of clean up any celebratory meals on repeat type of damage, I guess you could call it, but I celebrate it. I celebrate it. So yes, I don't know if it was, I believe it may have been my 4th plan that I shared with you, but there will be a link in the description box below if you want that one. If you want the plan that I'm currently following, plan number 5, my final one, there will be a link in the description box below where you can access that plan. So there's a couple different nutrition plans if you would like to see them, maybe, use them and modify them for your needs because we all have different basal metabolic rates and other things, but it could be a good start for you to kind of see how it's laid out. Don't forget I have the Healthy and Fit bundle. Right now, August is open. So I am taking clients in August and September right now. If that interests you, you can take advantage of that, and I will reach out to you to get you scheduled for August or September. So there will be a link for the Healthy and Fit, and all the details about that bundle will be linked below. So let's talk about, did I celebrate at all? Well, I will share with you all of the celebrations. Let me just pull these up, which was not many because you won't achieve your goal if you are celebrating. So again, if we go back to February 17th, Paul and I went out for a night in Detroit, compliments of our daughters. So that was celebratory. My next celebration took place on Sunday, March 3rd. So that would be 2 weeks and 1 day later. We hosted birthday dinner where we celebrated many of our loved ones, the kids, different Kaylee, Jack, Bobby, McKenna, all these birthdays. We had birthday dinner, so I did celebrate there. And I also had alcohol that day. Then my next celebratory meal was, so nothing until 4 weeks later on March 31st, Easter. I took a celebratory meal there, but no alcohol. So I haven't had any alcohol since March 3rd. And again, today is the 8th of June. So that was a celebration. And then in April, I did not take a celebratory meal because we're getting closer now. We're working our way closer. And I'm looking at my calendar at all the get-togethers that we passed up. I had that Masters themed party. No celebrating there. We had Mac's birthday party, which I took, so going into May, so let's see how far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks later, yes, no celebratory meal. 7 weeks later, on the 18th, Saturday the 18th, I take a celebratory meal at Mac's birthday party. And then the next Saturday was June's party, no celebrating. Last weekend we had a party, no celebrating. I've been out to dinner twice with loved ones, no celebrating. In fact, I'm filming this video on last Saturday, and we went out Thursday to an Irish pub with some relatives that came in from out of town, and then my dad and stepmom. I had water. I had nothing but water at the Irish pub, and the food looked amazing that everyone ordered. So no celebrating. So I took, well, if we started on the 20th, the birthday dinner, Easter, Mac's birthday, and that's it. So I took 3 celebratory meals in 4 months. Do you see what I'm saying? How the compound effect of, I typically take 2 per week. So clearly I'm going to shed stored fat. That is the message of today's video, is that weight loss, shedding fat, shrinking in size, which is ultimately what you will do, takes time. Not 2 weeks, not 4 weeks, not 6 weeks. It takes months and months and months. I didn't really need to lose weight. I just needed to shed stored fat. Weight came off as a result because fat does weigh 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat. So clearly I'm going to lose weight, but that wasn't the goal. It's shedding the fat to prep my body for this photo shoot. But look what it takes. I hope that what I'm sharing today is settling in. It's absorbing. You have to absorb what I'm sharing with you. If you have a goal that in December you want to shed some stored fat, you're starting yesterday, not tomorrow. Yesterday. And you won't be eating celebratory meals. The only reason I took the 3 that I did is because I really didn't have weight to lose. I just had some stored fat. If you have weight to lose, you're probably not going to take any. This is what those that you love won't tell you. That's why you love them, and you're not going to love me because I'm telling you the truth. That is the thing. With me, you're going to hear the truth. Look, I'm so passionate about it. I'm losing my breath. I'm passionate about helping others see and live their potential, to see the goal and keep their eye on the prize, and to hold themselves accountable, to feel this intense excitement about what's to come, what you're working towards, instead of the dread. So every time I went out to dinner or was at a celebration, I could have dreaded it. Every Friday family dinner, I literally host Friday family dinner every Friday. I could be dreading that I'm not having the indulgent food. That's okay. I'm going to survive. It did not compromise how much fun I had with my loved ones. No one knows, because I had that intense excitement about what I'm working towards. Right? And that's what you need to do. And even if you don't have something big you're working towards, you have your life, you have your future. What does that look like? What does your last decade of life look like? Let that be your excitement. My grandkids excite me to take care of my health because I want to show up for them, not just emotionally and mentally and in conversation, but physically. Get excited about what it is that you want. Keep your eye laser focused on the prize and throw away the dread, throw away the excuses. This can be done by anyone. So spray tan is because my photo shoot is on Monday and I couldn't get in over the weekend. So that's why we've got this savage Oompa Loompa, if you've ever watched Willy Wonka and the Wonka Factory. But in photo shoots, this looks good. Okay, this looks good in photo shoots. May not look good on here. I love it. But it also helps you to see the tone in the muscle that you've worked so hard for and worked so hard to shed the fat to see it. So that's where the spray tan comes from. And then Monday and Wednesday, I have just some fitness photo shoots to do that we will be using for 3-week intense, which I'm looking so forward to and looking forward to you joining that process. I leave you today with a couple of different things. If you need to work with a coach, work with me one-on-one. You probably won't get in until July, so bear that in mind because everything is about time. Don't wait. 3-week intense starts, I believe, Monday, July 15th. Let me go there. Monday, July 15th. 3-week intense starts. Now, don't forget the information meeting, the email with all your tools. That is in your inbox on Wednesday, July 10th. So you'll want to get registered if you can before that date. You can register after that date up until we start. But it's nice to get all of the material so you can watch all the videos, you can print your documents, you can get yourself set up. If you need to order anything, you can do that. You can wrap your head so that you can be ready. Failing to plan is planning to fail. And then on that Saturday, July 13th, we meet for the live Q&A, which is recorded if you can't make it. And then Monday, July 15th, 3-week intense starts. Do you want to see changes in your life? Do you want to create better habits, better practices to honor whatever that prize is? This is your plan. This is your program. Read the testimonials. I also have a highlight, an Instagram highlight, 3-week intense. I've been saving some little video clips in there of me. Check that out as well. So a lot of tools. And then Healthy and Fit bundle. If you'd like me to write you your personal diet plan and cardio, all the information on the Healthy and Fit page. Taking 3 clients in August, 3 in September. Get on that today so you don't miss out. You have 2 opportunities to take advantage of 2 of the 5 meal plans that I followed while doing this transformation. Those links will be in the description box below. So a lot of tools to help you succeed, and you have to do the work. You have to do the work. No one did this for me. And where am I going from here? Well, I'm going on vacation with a lot of celebrating, and I celebrate that win. Do I intend to go hog wild? No, because I don't. I just don't do that in my life. It's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. So I will celebrate. I will eat clean and celebrate like I typically do on vacation. I will come back with some fat to lose for sure, and I'm okay with that, right? And then I get right back on my nutrition plan. I'll probably write a post-vacation plan while we're traveling, print that out when I get home, and start that within the first couple days after we get home, just to take off any residue, right? Residue from the vacation. But I like the lower weight. I'm actually going to be adjusting my weight window. So I haven't dropped a size, although, what is my weight today? Well, I'll pepper around all my little scale things, but I will insert an image somewhere of my little readout from my weight scale. The scale will be linked so that you can see that what I use, but I will put a screenshot of today's or a couple days ago, the last one that I took a screenshot of my weight. I'm dropping really low right now just because of the shoot. That will taper back up right after the shoot though, because I'll be back to 2 gallons of water and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be lowering my weight window. So I haven't dropped a size in clothing, and actually, believe it or not, my trousers are even fitting me better at the lower weight. So I don't know, I'm really liking around 115, 117 would work. So maybe like a 115 to 118. I like it. And here's what's interesting too. I can't tell you how many compliments I've gotten. Everyone is like, wow, that see me in person. You look amazing. No one is saying you look too thin. No one is saying anything negative. They can't. I mean, you're seeing a very fit body. So all you're not seeing is the stored fat that was over top of some of the muscles. So I've gotten nothing but compliments. Paul thinks I look incredible. My seamstress came over the other day, so she saw me in my bra and my Spanx because I had to try a dress on, and she said, "Have you dropped some weight?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "You look amazing." So no one is saying anything else. So everything's fitting me so well, and we get to determine where we're going to be, right? It's not up to other people. They need to do the work on themselves to figure out where they need to be. But yeah, I'm really loving it. So I thought I would celebrate that win. Thank you for being here. You just got a long cardio session in. Celebrate that one. If it was your first cardio getting back on the plan, love it. Join 3-week intense. I'll keep you going on that cardio machine, and so will the other women. And sometimes we have a man in there that joins with his wife. So we would love to have you, and we will keep you plugging along on that journey to success, whatever it looks like for you. Links to everything in the description box below. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, compound effect. You need to be grinding it out every single day, laser focused, eye on the prize. I got you. I'll see you in 3-week intense. Take care.